Stop guessing. Start winning.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Double Digit Covers YouTube channel. I'm Mark Hoke.
And I'm Tony Dose.
We're going to talk about line values today, Tony. And, of course, a very key component in sports betting. Explain a little bit about line values and how you use them to help everybody make money.
Sure, Mark. Well, line value basically is where the professional handicapper or amateur handicapper makes an assessment of where they think a line should be. So the bookmakers set their lines at the beginning of the week, for example, for an NFL game, and then I look at my research throughout the week and I determine what I think the line should be, and then I compare my line to what the Vegas line is.
Well, and a very interesting part of it is why the line is set where it is. It's not because that's the actual prediction of where they think the game's going to be, correct?
That's exactly right, Mark. And, I think the biggest misconception out there is that the odds makers make the line to predict the outcome of the game. That's not it at all. The Vegas line is intended to elicit equal amount of betting money on either side of the game. So ideally what the sports books would love is to have half the public betting on the favorite and half the public betting on the underdog.
And why is that?
Well, because they make a 10% profit, what's called the juice, on every bet. Every time you make a bet on any kind of game that involves a point spread, you're paying 10%. So you're betting 110 to win 100. And so that extra 10% is where the sportsbook ends up making their money.
So the game plan for the books is that they want to try and get the money on equal sides, so they make the money and nobody else does.
Right, and regardless of who wins, they're going to make their money. That's the biggest thing. The last thing a sportsbook wants to see is 80% of the money on one side of a bet. That way they've got to cheer hard for the other side to win in order to make their money.
And I'm sure you've seen some pretty crazy line movements.
That's a key part of handicapping for sure, is having a look at where the money goes and who's putting the money down. That's even more important than where the money goes. The smart money's coming from what's called wise guys, the real professional bettors. And they typically make their moves early in the week and late in the week. Whenever that money moves big in the middle of the week, you're typically looking at public money. And for me, that's a place I like to shy away from.
It's always tricky.
Absolutely.
But thank God we got Tony Dose and Double Digit Covers, the whole team here, helping you get through it. I'm Mark Hoke. You can follow me on Twitter at Mark A. Hoke. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at doubledigitcovers.com.
And you can follow me on Twitter at Tony Dose Wins. For more sports betting information, go to doubledigitcovers.com, where you will get a free pick of the day directly from me. Thanks, everybody. This is Tony Dose. Thanks for watching.
Stop guessing. Start winning.